Anyways, here it is, without further ado, At the Wire and Jeff Bratt.
So what is At the Wire this year? At the Wire this year is going to focus on horses that I personally think ran a lot better than what it looks on paper. And I'm curious to see how these individuals perform in their next starts. For example, let's go back to April the 21st, and we'll focus in on one by the name of Sweet Romance. There was only one horse on that card that came from off the pace to win, and that was one by the name of Sweet Romance. We're going to follow that one very closely. It's owned by the Samson Farms. And we haven't seen the horse back in action since then, but I'm hoping in the not too distant future we'll see this horse back in the starting gates. You got to keep an eye on those trends, because I was really impressed this horse was able to make that outside move very, very effectively to have success back on April the 21st. Let's get to our next one now. This is one by the name of Safe to Say, and it's only appropriate this one shows up, as a matter of fact, in the Celine Stakes coming up on the weekend. And you might remember May the 4th was the windiest day in Woodbine racing history, and this one was able to make this big outside rally to pull off the victory in here. The rally actually began all the way out here, but then eventually went into here. But you can tell there's so many horses that are having difficulty because of the windy conditions, and Safe to Say ran a huge buyer on this day. I'm actually going to pick her coming up in the stake race on the weekend in this lane, because I was so impressed with how she ran just the other day. I think she's turned the corner, and I think that Jerome Lormeet's got a great shot to pull off a victory in that race. Let's now get to Red Win Romp, who ran a really interesting race. This gave Daisuke Fukumoto his 5th career win, was last down the backside, was the only horse in the card to come from last to win, got to the front, looked like the horse was going to get past, and came back on to win. I was impressed. That was just a cheap race, but I do think that Red Win Romp is capable of another good performance in the not too distant future. Producer Mike Sanford times up At the Wire perfectly, and that is At the Wire for tonight.
Fans are cheering.
So there you go.
Where's the cheering, the clapping?
Thank you.
My job.
Thank
yes.
you. Thank you.
Well done. Well, I would like to